You did not go to the golf tournament?
Was Mel there?
He got it sent to you. You're gonna have to get it sent to you, maybe.
Jesus, God Almighty! It's always like second fiddle I got to play.
I know. Jeep, just a quick update. I know you don't want to brag about it too much. Were you 19-1 now?
Yeah, something like that.
And I know it doesn't matter. You're number one in the country still.
That's what they tell me. I'd never look at those things. I could care less about them.
I know you don't want to talk about this either, but you're leading candidate for Coach of the Year in the Canadian Hockey League. Is that?
I don't believe so. It's no. I think our GM and scouts are scouts of the year.
Nice. Mel, what's happening, brother? You're looking good. That blue is your color.
Goes with my green eyes, Tom.
Yeah, it definitely does. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want one of those shirts. I'm really upset now.
We have to thank Jackie DiPolosi.
She wants to come on the show. I informed her how bad you were picking on her. She wants to come on the show. Next week we'll have her on.
All right. Well, no, the texts back and forth to her were quite pleasant.
It's more the comments you made on the show that I've relayed to her.
Well,
what else did you get, Mel?
2 golf shirts, this, lanyards, what else? Oh, something probably the most important. And Ron, you're pretty famous in New York, okay? So this is what Jackie sent me.
Love it.
And every hockey card you've ever had in your life.
Oh, she didn't send you the ones I signed for you?
No. So I'm going to send me your address. Look at that. Send me your address, and I'll send them back to you.
Ron.
So Where did address go?
I think he answered his phone, so I think he must have been on his phone for the show. But
Jackie said that all the Laidlaw pictures were sold out. I said, I don't think they made any, did they?
Yeah.
Hey, I hope you put those up. Like, you should have a little shrine for Gresh, I think.
At my house?
Yeah, put them up somewhere.
Mel, anything you noticed? You noticed here?
You changed your shirt from this morning.
Did I change it? No, that was my workout shirt.
Change your color.
Yeah. Thanks, James. Thank you.
Yeah.
Never quit. Is that what that says?
And then it's got it's got the Navy SEAL credo on the back. It's nice. Wear that to the gym. Fired up.
Black.
So Mel, I don't know where that video came from of your Canadian Thanksgiving. Did you see that?
Yes, and I can guarantee I'll be exactly like that tomorrow watching 3 football games. So I don't know what.
You're not gonna watch all 3? There's 3 on.
Yeah, I know. The first one starts here at 10 in the morning. So.
Oh, that's right. Well, you can get started at 10 in the morning.
Well, we just have a Bloody Mary or something just to take the edge off of it. Anyway.
Good.
What are you guys going to do?
I'm going to my son's his new home. They bought a house in Rye, actually, right by Playland.
Nice.
So first time they're hosting Thanksgiving. I'm making the pies and the homemade hummus.
Healthy pies?
Apple and raspberry. So there's some sugar in there and some butter in the apple. Tasty.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you gonna be, Jeep?
I'll be at the rink till we have. I'm giving the guys a day off, but we have some injured players coming in for a skate. So I'll be there. I'll be there for half a day.
That's what the assistant coaches are for.
Well, maybe the assistant will go on, but I still have to be there.
And then, Jade, so what's going on in the town of Winnipeg? Then obviously you got the NHL team, but is your team getting a lot of recognition because of how well they're playing?
Yeah, we are. We're getting definitely more press coverage. More coverage in the newspaper. I don't know. I never watched the TV part. But yeah, I think there is a lot of notice. I don't know if the attendance in the NHL is down.
Yeah.
By a good chunk. And I think Winnipeg is one of the biggest, has taken the biggest hit. They're getting like maybe 12,000. The building holds like 15,500.
Right.
We've been getting decent crowds. Like we've been getting 15 to 2,000 at our games, which is good for our building.
Mm-hmm.
And so I know there's definitely some excitement in town about the talent level we have. A lot of scouts, because we have 2 high-end players, there's more NHL scouts at every game we play than I've ever seen.
Oh, really? Nice.
I'll be told after some games there's like 45 scouts at the game tonight. And
wow.
So
Well, you should make them pay.
That's how the league works, I guess. But it's nice just having bodies in the building and makes the atmosphere better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mel, what are you wearing today? How do you get your Ranger gear on? Any other stuff?
Two golf shirt,
Under Armour.
Ranger golf shirt with number 7 on it in red for Roger Barrett.
Nice.
Yeah. Nothing exciting today. See ya.
It's just you and me now, Mel.
Holy crap. Well, it's going to be you pretty soon because I got to go.
Yeah, you got to run out early, or I thought you were going to leave the last 10 minutes or something like that.
I was supposed to be late. I went for an eye exam. My wife, I had to go to her shop and get my eyes examined. So once a year, just in case, you should get your eyes done. So that's what I did. And I was going to be late coming, but I got out of there early. Like,
okay, does she assist the doctor, or does she sell the glasses?
Bad technical.
I was starting to panic here. I didn't know what was going to happen.
We have to talk to Mel for an extended period of time, right?
No. I asked Mel a question. What was it, Mel?
So yeah, she'll dispense contacts and glasses, but then the doctor comes in and does all the high end testing. So
okay.
I passed everything.
Is your wife getting her eyes checked too, Mel?
No,
Well,
she's
she
smart. Yeah, she's smart.
She doesn't want to see what she's got.
She doesn't want- Yeah, I'm going to the ice game tonight for a while.
That might be 1979.
1986. What's that?
What? No,
Not
What year was
86,
that?
76. 76, maybe.
What year was that? Mel?
66 maybe.
86.
That's exactly what Gresh's son looks like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Oh, that's right. You guys had a little party last night, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw Ron and his sister and family and his boys.
Nice.
Yeah.
Had you met Ron's sister before?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I'd met her over
She
the
goes
years.
to-
I remember meeting her Gresh's hockey school or in Edmonton when we used to play there.
Right.
And then
Yeah.
she's been every year we've played. Now that I've been coaching Gresh's nephew's team, she's come to usually the season opener, and so I've seen her over the years.
Yeah. That's who called me. Just calling me. Your boss just called me.
Oh, he did, eh?
Yeah. Because
Everything
I'm leaving
okay?
tomorrow, so we're going out tonight.
Mel,
Huh?
James still got a job? He's lost that one game.
See how we do tonight.
Yeah. Well, we're going there. Like we'll have the whole family will be there tonight for a while.
That's pressure.
Yeah. Well, we have a very important engagement we have to go to tonight.
Casino's open.
Casino. How come
Do they have
everything's
any,
so blurry, Tom?
Yeah,
Pardon me?
your screen is blurry.
It's a lighting thing. It's even worse ways. Go that way.
It's probably the shine.
Yeah, I shined it up for you.
No,
Why did you change out of black?
I'm going to coach I'm coaching the girls' high school hockey team, so we're trying to be inspirational. So I've got an inspirational T-shirt on. Today is last day of tryouts, so we're making our cuts today. It's gonna be a sad day.
That sucks. That's the worst part of hockey
Yeah, I know.
or sports, I guess. When someone both my daughters played, and I helped coach for. I helped coach. They started playing at 7. One played till 15, the other one played till she was 17. But I still have the image in my head of when she was around 14, and now they're playing travel. And some of the girls that they played with since they were like 7 and 8 were getting cut.
Oh.
Young girls walking in the lobby just bawling their eyes out. I couldn't take. I had to leave the rink. It's so heartbreaking.
Yeah, I know. There's
you
a
ever
few.
you ever get cut from the team?
I get cut from the Canadian Olympic team because I got drunk the night before first night of training camp.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you were 40 years before your time, or ahead of your time now,
Right.
behind your time. Took you to your 60 to figure out what you're doing.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, I thought it was. I still think I felt like it was a great idea to go out and put the furniture on top of the trainer's car, but apparently not.
No, but do you ever get cut from like a Pee Wee team or a minor league team or junior team or?
No.
No. We couldn't. Well, in Goodsall, where I grew up, you couldn't get cut from the team. We only had 8 players, 10 players.
Yeah.
So, who are you going to cut?
Yeah.
When
Mel,
you
what do you got for news for us, Mel? What do you got?
Ron, how did you do at the casino the other night? The night you got in?
Oh, I did really well, Mel.
Yeah.
Like my father used to say, when you go there and you can't get your hands in your pocket because you have too much money, when I left, my hands fit fine.
So you lost money.
No, I lost Friday, won Saturday, and Sunday.
Yeah. So you go
Do
every day.
you think Ira is intentionally spelling things wrong?
Now he's doing it on purpose.
Yeah, I know. We're not going to pay attention to him anymore. It's like the streaker at the football game. Don't pay attention to him.
He's like a streaker in a football game. Oh, that's pretty funny. That's one thing I don't want to see is Irish streaking.
Oh, I know. Imagine
I
that.
had to take a call.
The thing is, you probably wouldn't be able to see much, right? With Ira.
Well, what's that thing called? A small ding-a-ling?
Hey, Gresh, you're flying home tomorrow,
Yeah, tomorrow morning.
Thanksgiving, and you'll make it home for that?
Yeah.
Where are you going?
I'm not sure yet. I got a couple places I got invited to.
Okay.
And I think I might just stay at home and watch a little football and relax.
You mean you're going to go to the casino? What are you talking about?
Oh, tonight he is.
What?
Yeah, you can go every day.
You're going to the casino tonight, and then tomorrow you'll be home.
Tomorrow I'll be home. I land at 2 o'clock, something like that. The flight there is really fast. I mean, like time-wise, you think about it. There's only an hour and a half layover in Minnesota.
Okay.
Coming here is like a 4.5-hour layover.
What'd you do for 4.5 hours on the way there?
Well, we went down. We stopped, got something to eat.
How urgent do you need?
Because first class is not like it used to be flying, where they used to give you food and all that crap. Now they give you
Hold on. You flew first class?
Yeah,
what?
just happened to mention that.
Yeah, I know. You just kind of dropped that in there. You flew first class.
Names anyways.
Well, how do
No
you
problem.
fly?
I'll work it. Thanks, bud.
My arms are still tired. I'll tell you that.
Hey, Gresh just had heart surgery. He needs the extra room
Yeah,
and less stress.
yeah. And
Mel, we bothered you? Everything okay?
That's my excuse today, is because of the heart. And years ago, it was just because I needed a bigger place to sleep when I was flying.
Mel, so what's going on? Come on, let's go. What do you got? News for us? Anything? Turtles, tortoises?
No. Here's one thing. You guys know I don't watch the hockey games, right? I think, but
You just drive to the game and sit there and drink.
yeah. So, but when I do watch, here's a burning question. It's been pissing me off for a long time. I'm kind of old school. I think we all are. To a certain, Jeep's a little younger than us, but the old days in the 60s and the 70s, the numbers would go from 2 to 31, right? Now we got all these stupid effing numbers that I got to look at, 78 and 62 and
Your boy, the G-Man's responsible for that, 99.
well, no, I don't mind 22, 44, 55, 66,
Aren't
77,
those high numbers too?
but they're not stupid numbers like 38. Who the hell
That's like
wants
a
to work 38? But here's the burning question. This year, for some reason, nobody has 69. Is there a reason why?
Isn't that chicken and broccoli?
Yeah. So, can anybody explain to me why? That's a
What?
Why? Did nobody have 69?
yeah.
Why?
Why? Huh. We'll look into that. Maybe we should call the league. We'll call Bill Daly.
Call somebody because it's like.
So you would like to have somebody wear number 69?
I'm just wondering why nobody is. And here's another burning question: who was the first guy to ever wear 69? Played in Washington. I got the answers.
Oh, okay.
I have no clue who is. I don't know the first or the last.
I don't know anybody that's wearing 69.
Has there only been one guy?
No, there was 5 or 6.
There had to be 2 of them.
Anyway, Mel.
Okay.
Dennis Rourke.
Mel Engelstad, first guy.
Mel Engelstad.
Yeah, he was the first guy to wear it in Washington.
That was the guy that Phil told Mel Engelstad that he was going to become a general manager and then trade for Engelstad and send him to the minors. Mel Engelstad.
Yeah,
What's the guy's name?
I think he played 2 games.
Mel Engelstad. Long curly hair.
Oh my God, I don't know.
What year was that, Mel?
That part I don't know, G.
1980-81.
Was
Phil's
it?
last year in the league.
When did
What was his
Washington
first
come in?
year?
78?
77 or
Yeah,
How many
Something like
games
that,
did he play in the league?
I think 2.
So what was his first year in the league?
80-81.
And what was his last year?
1969.
He came in 69 and left in 81.
Came in. He came in
Happy
69.
man he was.
No, that's thoughtful thinking by you. Did you think of that yourself?
Oh, yes, I did, Tom, actually.
That's good. That's good.
hey, give us some more. Like who else wore that number and who was the last one?
I don't know.
I thought
My
you found
homework-
that stuff out.
My homework was just temporary.
Who was the first Ranger to wear 13?
Bob Brook.
Bobby Brook? That's the only one I know who wore it.
Yeah. Good call though.
Didn't Nemchinov win it?
Yeah, but that was after Bobby Brook.
Well, I know.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Does somebody wear it now?
No, I don't think so.
You- He was first round. He was a first round overall pick.
Lafreniere, is he wearing?
Yeah, the Frenchman.
Wow. I haven't seen him
Hasn't
play that
hurt
much.
his game any.
He hasn't been on the ice that much.
oh, better bleep that one out.
They're resting him.
Oh, he's for the playoffs.
Yeah.
He's like a part goalie.
How about, did you see the game there where they scored with like less than a second and Zibanejad was ripping into the referee and the coach Gerard Gallant was not too happy. He started ripping into Zibanejad.
Oh,
I
after the games have been, has that ripped the ref?
Yeah, they're on the bench, I guess. I didn't see it, but I think the story is that Zibanejad was screaming at the ref because he thought there should have been a penalty called like 25 seconds before, and Gallant was all over him. I guess I didn't see it, but he was asked about it at the press conference after too. But
Yeah,
But they won the game. They scored the goal. So
I think that's what Gallant was saying. Listen,
you forget about it.
because the refs are human.
I can
Human people.
understand Gallant being pissed off.
Yeah.
You win
Yeah,
a
they
game
gotta-
and you're going to go rip the referee for winning a game? I thought you only did that when you lose.
Again, the referees are human beings too, right? So they're going to remember that stuff, and then you got
They're
to
not.
referee.
They're not human beings.
They're not
You
ref.
can't be human doing that job.
You're always trying to set up for the next time you see that ref.
I could recommend a good place to go get their eyes checked.
You were
Why,
just there
they
today,
can't
Mel?
see?
Mel, I thought you'd be in a good mood. You get your Ranger swag there and everything.
I'm in a great mood.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mel, is still golf weather?
I golfed yesterday. Yeah, that was the last day. We got another 3 inches coming in the next 2 days, and we're gonna get flooded out again. So I went to my usual spot, Wally Mart, with Larry the cable guy, and there's no cheese, there's no meats, there's no cereal, there's no bagels. It's unbelievable. No eggs.
You don't need that. You don't need that stuff, anyways.
Oh, well, maybe my kids do.
Yeah.
So it's getting down.
Where did you go? You couldn't find food?
Yeah, Wally Mart.
All the roads are washed out.
Oh.
All the roads around Vancouver have been washed out or flooded. So pretty bad.
You see where the Islanders have like 6 or 7 guys out with COVID. They play the Rangers tonight. There was some talk about canceling that game, but I guess that's not happening.
I think they should cancel it. You know why?
What?
Just a scenario part of this is that just say one of the other guys got it and then they tested negative, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And now he's on the ice with the Ranger guys. They're going to go play Boston in 2 days.
I agree.
And then it's going to be like a shit show.
Yep.
I mean,
Yep.
better off cancel one game, and go have some turkey tomorrow and have some Bradshaw.
Well, even for the fans, right? It's a big rivalry game, but the Islanders aren't playing at full strength. So it's like, I know there's injuries. You could also say 2 other years, but
Yeah, no, I think
And
they should
that's
cancel that.
tonight, Tommy? And they
Yeah.
haven't canceled it, hey?
No, not yet. There was an article I think I read was it Larry Brooks in the Post or something said that there was, I guess Lou Lamoriello had a conversation with the league yesterday about canceling, but there was no decision.
What have they got? Like 7 or 9 guys out, right?
Yeah, there's 7. Yeah, I was expecting 3 inches. That's oh god.
Okay, but these guys have these guys been out long for the Islanders, or does this just happen in the last few days?
I think it's the last week.
Because they've been awful for
Yeah,
they've lost like 7 in a row or something.
yeah,
Or?
and not scoring any goals. Beauvillier had missed a game with a false positive test, so he missed one game, played the next night.
Okay.
So I think it's kind of rolling over to like Kiefer Bellows had got it. Somebody comes off, and another one gets a test positive. So
Must be the new building gave it to him.
exactly.
The
Chinese
Ophir. The other one was called the Barn. This one's
Yeah.
going to be called the Ophir.
Yeah, that's right. I think the Chinese built it.
Yeah, because to me, Ophir wins.
Yeah.
It would be. I would love to see them not win a game there all year.
Huh.
Them not
How
win
do
a
they-
game all year and the Flyers not make the playoffs. Both those teams not make the playoffs. That would be a great thing.
How do they get to the games now? Do they drive themselves or bus?
I think the bus now.
Yeah.
Where?
I'm pretty sure.
Islanders are?
Well, the
they
Rangers
drive
go to
they
the
drive
Island
to the
game.
game now. They
We
probably don't live that more than 15, 20 minutes in there.
We used to drive, didn't we?
Yep.
And to New Jersey, we drove.
Yep.
It was good.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
So everybody
We
wants
used
to
to
know
drive to
from,
Long Island. Drive to the game, get up, get back into the city just in time for last call.
I remember one game at the Island. I got home at 10 o'clock after a game.
Yeah.
You know, the game ended at like 9:20.
Yeah.
Showered, was out there at 9:30. It was like a 25-minute drive home.
No traffic. Yeah.
Yeah.
You must have been driving a little fast then, James.
Well, you know, when you're young.
What kind of car did you have, James, when you were playing with the Rangers?
I started with a Toyota Supra.
Yeah.
I had that for a few years. Then I got a Jeep Wrangler. Like Gresh had one too.
No, he did not. I had mine. He was driving my Jeep.
That Gresh had yours?
Yeah.
Okay, because I remember.
You had my Jeep.
I had your Jeep?
Yeah, you were driving my Jeep.
What kind of Jeep did you have?
The one you were driving. The Wrangler.
No, but then Gresh got that one that had the soft top.
Yeah. Well, did you have your own? You test drove mine for a while.
I had my own. I had a brown one.
Oh.
Yeah, you had that beige brown
Yeah.
camouflage kind of.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe you gave it to Kotze. You thought it would,
It could be. No, I wouldn't let Gutsy. Gutsy had his big truck there with big speakers in the back. And
Yeah.
Tommy,
Yes.
wouldn't a high first round draft pick probably go to a car dealership and they just give him a car? Sir James, didn't he just?
That never happened back in the day.
yeah.
I wanted to get a car when I got there. And remember Joe Murphy?
Yeah.
He said, I got a friend who's got a Toyota dealer. I told him what I wanted. I told Murph. Murph told the dealer. The guy brought the car to Playland. I never even went to the dealership. I didn't know how to buy a car. I never
Same here.
haggled over the price.
Well,
I
you
wrote
guys
the
didn't
guy
get free
second.
cars?
What's that?
You guys didn't get free cars?
No, we did not, Gresh.
Oh.
Just you, Resh. Just you and Eddie Meal. Eddie Meal got that hats back there that he would carry Bubba.
No, that wasn't free. Eddie bought that car.
He wanted to pay extra for it. He wanted to pay extra so he could press you guys.
He wanted to get a back seat, but I said it would be easy for him to lay down in the back.
He paid extra too, so he didn't press you. He'd tell you how much he spent for it.
Yeah. Oh.
Poor Eddie.
I remember American Motors guy gave me one of those Wagoneers with the wood on the side one year. I had that.
You had the wood paneling on the side?
Well, remember those back in the early 80s?
Yeah.
Are we talking like a station wagon?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it was not a state. It was like before they came out with the SUVs. It was a big one, right?
Oh, okay.
And I had that farm upstate, so I went to get a car from him, and he goes, "Well, I got a car, I got this." He goes, "I got those over there." I'm looking at him, going like, "That must go through the gas, like pound of gas out bad, right?" It did too. Only got about 7 miles to the gallon. And so I took that for a year, and then I had the same one, well, not the same car, but the same type for 2 or 3 years.
So just to be clear, you had the car with the paneling on the side.
Yeah. Remember those? They were pretty cool back then, the early 80s.
Is that bulletproof, that stuff?
You know what, Tom? I don't think I had it that. I left it at my farm mostly.
Oh.
Yeah.
Was it yellow, like Chevy Chase?
No, it was a brownish kind of color.
It had a little trim around the paneling too. That was
Yeah.
that's classic.
Yeah.
Gresh Starring is Clark.
Yeah.
We're gonna call you Clark Griswold from now on. I didn't make that up. This is somebody else. I can't take credit for that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Danny Erickson, good job. Oh, Mel.
Yes.
Doug DeVito apologized. He was working hard. He's cutting lots of hair today, so he couldn't come on to the show.
You know what? Danny and I have had a little side talk, and he's starting to be a little nicer to me now. So I said,
Dressing them up to Sycamoose.
I said, Danny, listen, don't worry about coming to stick in your moose. I'll go in between. I'll maybe meet you in like Coeur d'Alene, Idaho or somewhere.
Right.
So he's been nice to me. He said he's going to send me a bunch of PBRs.
Nice. Your boy, Billy Contradidiak, he's tried to suck it up to me. Like I just blow him off. I never responded to him at all. So he probably feels bad.
Yeah,
who's that, Tom?
William Kondratiak Jr. That means there's another one of those because he's the junior.
James, how long is Lambros out for?
I'm not allowed to say, but it's week to week.
Oh, it's day to day?
Week to week.
Oh, week to week.
So I'm just hoping, you know what, he's earned the right to be in the World Juniors or try out for the team. And the World Junior Camp for all the countries starts, I think, December 9th. So what's it, the 24th? That's like 2 weeks. And so that'll be pushing. I'm hoping like he could be around that date.
What does the like when you all these players go to the World Juniors, so they're gone till middle of January, right? Say like
January 10th, January 9th or 10th in there, they're gone.
So you just find other players you have in your system to fill their
Yeah,
spots.
you call up your 15, 16-year-olds.
Do they have a lighter schedule, James, during that stretch? Oh.
No, not at all. Like we play up till the 18th of December, then we take 9 days off.
Wow.
And then then we play the 27th, 28th. Like we play like probably I bet you we play 5 games in 8 days right after Christmas.
Wow.
So it is busy.
On the road or?
I know we start at home and then we go on the road pretty quick after. We've got 7 home games in a row right now.
Oh.
So we're into the we have got 2 road games before Christmas, and then after Christmas, we're mostly on the road next month.
My son's going to be doing some stuff with you guys, your team.
He is?
Yeah, I'm not sure what. I don't get
Okay,
involved.
good.
I don't
Coaching.
get involved.
Coaching.
He loves that kid Benson. Coach. Oh yeah, you won't be coaching.
You can see here we're looking at an article that Crosby is quoted as saying there's no guarantee the going to participate. The NHL will participate in the Winter Olympics because of COVID.
I heard. Do you guys remember the player Eric Fair?
Yep.
So Eric, he's from an hour south of Winnipeg, but he's been skating for the last 2 weeks before our practices at our rink.
Right.
And so yesterday I stuck my head out and went and talked to him for 10 minutes. He's going to go and play in the Spangler Cup, and Hockey Canada's also, I mean, with that. And then he says right now it's 50-50 whether the NHL will go to the Olympics. If they don't, they're sending, players to play in Europe. And so he said there's a chance that he can play in the Olympics. He retired last year. He played in Europe. He retired, but now he's kind of making a comeback. So,
Wow, they told him 50-50. I didn't. Well,
yeah,
it's interesting.
That's a good place to have the Olympics still over there where COVID started. I mean, like You know.
Yeah.
I couldn't wait to get there.
You know, I do that show with Kevin Allen. He claims that the players just love going over the Olympics.
Yeah.
I know not necessarily
Well,
China.
the players love going, and then they also love having 3 weeks off in the middle of the season.
The other guys, yeah.
don't go.
Yeah.
Um,
Would it have been that big of a deal for you guys to play in the Olympics during the season? I know you're feeling best. You're Stanley Cup's more important. It's not one or the other, but I mean, you'd rather stay.
I would. I mean, if I would have got picked, it would have been okay. But I would say no.
Yeah. Mel, what about you?
Why are pros playing against amateurs? That started the topic years and years ago.
Yeah, but now it's all pros on pro.
Yeah.
I guess there's some countries that don't have enough pros, right?
Yeah.
But what are the cons?
I wouldn't go there.
You wouldn't go because this year it's in China. Is that what you're saying?
Because of, I think that we're getting to a state now. Even with who the hell was the Jack Capuano out of Ottawa? He said he had it so freaking bad that it was people got to watch what they're doing. Even he was double vaccinated. I don't see why the hockey and sports and everything is so important when we got a shit show in the world going on right now.
Good point, Mel. No, very good point.
Exactly, Mel.
And you're right. And guess you said too, like going over to China when all this is going on, and we have an uptick. Like here, they're saying you need to put a mask back on in more places.
Well, I just think I just don't think China gives any information. You know, like they don't tell you. They tell you what you want to hear, not the truth is.
Yeah, sure.
And I'm not saying it's Chinese people. I'm just saying that's the way their government is.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, like what they only had like 12 people die, and we had 700,000 or some crap like that.
Yeah.
And I don't know why you want to go. I just don't think that. Imagine if they go there and everybody gets COVID. So they do that the Chinese do that to shut down the NHL.
Well, and the owners they don't really care if the players go. It's the players that want to play in it.
The owners don't want to. The only benefit the owners get is growing the game globally.
Which is debatable.
That's debatable. Yeah. But I think the risk to injury, the Olympics is using the owner, the product is all being given to them for free.
Yeah.
They're paid by the owners.
Yeah.
I do think I get it. I mean, the Olympics is the true world championship of the one time you can play for your country every 4 years.
Right.
Yeah.
So I do get the fact that the NHL players, it's been huge when it was in Vancouver, when it was in Salt Lake City.
Lake Placid.
Lake Placid was different. I mean, I think that's the greatest event. That is the biggest miracle in sports, biggest upset in the history of sports. I get that. But I'm saying since the NHL went back, pros went back, it has been successful. But I just think now that this year it is crazy to go over there under the circumstances.
Yeah.
Right. And I just don't think it benefits the league at all. And I don't even know if the players get much of a benefit. Now, it's the thrill of going and representing your country. I get that, but it's not like,
Well,
would you guys have wanted a break in the middle of the season? I didn't want a break in the middle of the season. Let's go.
So I had, I was still playing in 98 and 02 and those years. I was later in my career. So I think I had 2 Olympic breaks.
Right.
It was incredible.
Was it good?
It was incredible that you got 2 weeks off.
Right.
The Olympics lasted for 3 weeks, but you got to travel, go away, go on a holiday for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then then you had a week of practice before you started up. It felt amazing, is all I'll say. You were so exhausted.
I didn't have how many PBRs you could have during 2 weeks traveling around. Oh my God. What would we average, Mel? 15 a day or something? Or that'd be an average?
It's a lighter beer, so maybe. But remember, I told this story, Esposito. I said to Phil, Phil, I'd like to go to Atlantic City. Hook me up in Atlantic City. We had 5 days off that All-Star game, that All-Star week,
that
right?
1 year, yeah.
Yeah. So I really enjoyed that. Like any break. And of course, when you get back, the body, you got the burning lungs and the legs are burning. But
I know.
It Yeah, it's still good to get time off.
I guess so.
Me and George McPhee went to some resort in Puerto Rico that year when we had 5 days off. He picked it out, or we had a deal on a resort or something like that. But
I wouldn't have, not that he's a bad guy. I just didn't see you guys like being that tight to go on vacation.
Me and George.
Yeah, were you?
We were when we started, when we were both young and single.
Yeah, that's true.
And we went. That night we played at home, and we went out after the game. We stayed out till Gresh, you were with us. We stayed out till the bar. We ended up at Cronies till 5 a.m, and then went right to the airport. Our flight was like at 6:30, and we had our long winter coats on the flight to Puerto Rico.
Oh, that's funny. Remember they used to compare him to Don. Was it Don Johnson?
Don Johnson, yeah. George.
Yeah, George. That's funny.
Well, they hung out together, Tom. They hung out together because they both graduated, unlike somebody I know.
Yeah, you and I hung out together.
No, I did not graduate. I went for 2 years. I went back for 2 summer schools. I'm still.
Well, you're busy taking boxing lessons from Bobby Lalonde.
Yeah, that's right.
For James, don't tell anybody that. Jesus.
Yeah. James is an honest guy. Well, honest man. Gresh, you still there? You fall asleep?
I'm still here.
I think he had to go pee. He takes those pills that makes him pee.
Can you see me?
Yeah, you had to pee, didn't you?
You can't see me?
Yeah, we can see you. You're peeing.
I'm not European.
Deep, you got a game today or tomorrow?
Today, we play Swift Current today.
At home, obviously, 7 games in a row. So
Yeah.
the
Speedy Creek.
wasn't that the team you beat like 7-0?
You know what? We beat them. No, we beat them 3-1 the first time. We just beat them. We played them 5 days ago, and we beat them 4-3. We scored with a minute left to beat them. So it's going to be a tough game.
Who runs that team?
You know what? They fired their coach and GM about a month ago, and I don't even know the guy's name. Who's the new coach? Remember Trent McClure? He played. You remember?
Remember the name? Yeah.
I think he's the guy who got hit in the throat. He played for Montreal.
Yeah.
So he's I think president of the team. So they have a temporary or interim GM coach right now, and I don't know what they're going to do full time moving forward.
Everything's good with Matt Cockle?
Oh yeah,
Good.
Yeah, been real good. Well, we saw him last night because we were at Gresh's sisters for a little get together.
Does he watch our show, Matt?
Yeah.
He does once in a while, but yeah, he does. So let's move on.
Isn't it funny how we really enjoy putting each other in a position where it's just totally awkward?
Yeah.
But Gresh's sister watches the show. Some real nice, gorgeous house. Real nice people they had kind of a housewarming party last night. Would you call it that, Gresh?
It was a year to the day that my sister, my mom, my brother-in-law moved in here.
Oh, okay.
My mother, I mean, not my mother-in-law.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law.
So,
Yeah.
Jeep,
Really nice people.
I asked Ron what area he's in. Can you tell me what area he's in?
He's in Tuxedo.
Oh, yeah. That's the big shot area.
Tuxedo. That's the name? That's the name, right?
It's
That's
Tuxedo. That's the it's a very nice area. The nice area in Winnipeg.
That's the HNW people right there.
High net worth. High net worth.
Yeah.
Oh. It's like sound like my daughter there saying that kind of stuff. She runs by me and rips off these alphabets, and I don't know what the hell she's talking about.
I know. People like the young ones do that with the texting too, right? Like I was supposed to know what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what's that one? BRB.
Be right back.
Yeah, like holy.
I don't know any of that stuff.
What'd you have for food? What did you have for food last night, James?
Okay, we had it was obviously catered, and when I walk in,
Lamb
there's
chops.
two young girls greeted me at the door, and I said, "Oh, are you related to Ron?" They said, "No, we're the servers. We'll take your coat." And but then they had lamb chops, they had shrimp cocktails, they had chicken satays, they had These breaded cauliflowers that were really good.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
You know,
And-
they
and there was
kept
a-
walking around with the trays and
Now
serving
let's
them.
go back to the two young girls. Were they pretty attractive or what?
Yeah, but they were young. You know, I just
Well, I've just asked if they're attractive. I didn't really.
they were
Yeah, they were like
probably
14,
Tom, they were probably
14.
16, 17 years
Oh, I'm
old.
sorry.
You
I'm
know,
sorry.
no, the one
I
girl
just
was
served.
14. Yeah, one girl
I'm
was
sorry.
14.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
So,
She was 214. She was 28.
No, one was 14 and one was 16. I think they work.
Oh.
They work with the guy, and he and they like they're
hey, they were nice
They're-
girls, and the food was outstanding. Put it that. way.
pretty
all
impressive young ladies.
Yeah.
to
That's all that
work.
matters.
I said to her, I go, you know, it's a school night. She goes, I know, but it's money.
Mel, you must have catered parties that are catered, right, at your place?
I don't think so.
You hear the dog out back?
I hear it. That's at your place, Tommy.
Yeah, it's the neighbors.
Okay. Tomorrow you'll be hearing that, Gresh.
No,
He doesn't hear it, Reyes.
it's on the other side of the building.
Nah.
It's on the
Just for me.
back side of his building. And
I think that lady sends her dog out, Tommy. That's like a signal.
Totally.
Okay.
Might have something to do with the fact I
I-
sit in the
you know,
back
I
deck
don't- I
after a
think
few
the whole
glasses
thing
of
is-
tequila. After I'm yelling
she's
at
only about-
everybody.
she's only about 80. but
Oh.
she
Oh,
loves
she's more than
Tom.
that. She's 90. She's 90.
She likes Tom.
She did invite me for a glass
She's
of
trying
wine
to get
one
his
night.
attention. She's trying to get a little bit of Laidlaw.
She did invite me for a glass of wine one night. It was New Year's Eve. I said, I've got to run. I got to clean up my sock
And
drawer.
when did you leave? The next day?
Oh, Ron, come on. It's not nice.
Tom. Uh-oh.
Tom,
no,
how have your other podcasts been going?
Good. We didn't. I know Mel.
Yeah, Mel was going to bring it up. So
Yeah. So Jill, she got flooded out last week, and then because of our show today, that her show got canceled. So I told her it was Mel's decision.
Why didn't you bring her on today?
she's on the island.
No, she's not now. She's back in.
Abbotsford, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
34 minutes from me. But so why didn't you bring her on today?
On our show,
Yeah.
it's not.
What's that, Gresh? Hold it down. Can't
Hold
see.
on. This is my nephew's son, who's 11. He's a goalie, right? Hold on, how does this work? Here it goes. Can you see it?
It's a mask, Ranger mask. Nice.
That's his mask.
Yeah, that's the back of
Oh,
it.
sweet. I like that.
He's got his
It's,
grandmother's name. His grandmother's nickname was Gizzy because her name was Gazella.
Yeah.
So it's on the side there in the front.
Nice.
He's a good little goalie. They won
Yeah.
the Brick tournament in Edmonton.
His
Yeah, I
goalie
heard he-
number-
I heard he played really well.
Oh God, unbelievable! You know,
his goalie number is 4.
no,
I was going to say the same thing.
You sure?
no, that was because he's in grade 4.
Mel, it's all those funny numbers now. You can't tell.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, exactly.
That and then Roberto Luongo being captain. Like, you know, who knows what's going
No.
on now?
Yeah.
The game is
You don't like the game, Mel?
no. I don't like the game.
I went to the Jets game on Monday night. I hate
Yeah,
to
Oh,
say it,
yeah,
but I
they
should've
played
brought-
Pittsburgh, hey?
I should have brought a pillow along.
Your ass was sore?
No, could have laid
Oh.
back and had a little nap. Wouldn't have missed
Oh.
anything. My God Almighty! Does anybody ever get mad in the game anymore?
No, it's
I'm-
the union rules.
Yes.
We're all friends out here.
Yeah. I remember when I was still in the
wow.
agent business and Donald Fair was taking over. He wanted to have like a meeting during the playoffs, the two teams together during the playoffs. And you can't do that. They should be trying to kill each other.
Yeah.
And he didn't get it. Like, to his credit, like, he just didn't understand the whole logic. It was
Well, I was talking to Gresh last night, and we both said, I mean, I respect guys you've played in the past, and I think if I run into most of them, you're definitely friendly. But I there's guys who played on Philly I don't ever want to see. I wouldn't be friendly with them.
I know.
I think, to my till forever. I will never like some of those guys.
I know.
Yeah. There's only one guy that played in Philadelphia that I talked to ever.
Eddie Hospitaller.
Nope.
Yeah, you talked, Eddie.
He talks to me.
Okay, who's that, Gresh?
He was born in Staten Island and he's got a pie face.
Oh, that's right. He played for Philly, yeah.
Nicky actually played there at the end of his career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
But
he,
Terry Carkner we played with. He's still a good guy. I thought
he's
he
a
was
good guy. Yeah, he sure
Oh,
is.
Karksy, yeah.
That was a mistake. I was letting him go.
Yeah.
Quite a few guys had let go.
Yeah.
The time I was there.
No, but those guys who played most of their career in Philly, those
Yeah.
guys I don't like.
I know.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember what Karkner's nickname was?
Psycho.
Norman
Was it
Bates.
Psycho?
Norman.
Norman Bates. Yes.
Norman.
That's
Hey,
right.
Norman.
He would lose it. He'd snap. That's right, too. Good one.
Yeah, he was
Good
a good kid though.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, he got stung by one big bee last time I saw him. Yeah. Exploded there. He's a big man.
Is he?
Oh, he is now, eh?
He was when I saw this. We played the outdoor game there. What was that, Gresh? 5, 6, 7 years ago, something. And
Which
he was
one?
there. And
Where at?
Winnipeg outdoor game.
No,
No,
where was it? In
played
Philly or
outdoor game.
Philly. Yeah. How many outdoor games you played in?
The one that was 9 years ago.
How many outdoor games you played in?
1. No, I played in 2.
Really? Where's the other one?
Yankee Stadium.
You play Yankee Stadium?
Well, we had a little scrimmage there. You don't remember that?
No, we didn't scrimmage there.
You weren't there?
did you get invited, Mel?
No.
It's 2014, Tom. You were there.
No,
No, maybe you
Yankee
weren't there.
Stadium?
You weren't.
I wasn't there.
No, you weren't there.
I was busy.
Yeah. What do you call it? Yeah, that was 2012. That's going to be it'll be 10 years ago, coming up January 1st.
That's good. That was a lot of fun. That was good.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't remember leaving the bar though.
that night before? Oh,
Jeep, I don't want to embarrass you or anything, but you being coach of the year and a single, young guy in Winnipeg, like how are things going? How are things going out there?
good question, Mel. Inquiring minds want to know. Nice.
I never go out. All I do is watch hockey. You coach and you go home after the game. And
Yeah,
the night before game, I went to Ron's sister's last night. That's the first time I've been out in forever.
Bullshit.
I'm telling you the truth. And
Yeah.
when I was 40, 43, 45, I could go out a little bit. You got to save your energy now. You do. And I'm too tired to go out. I
Bullshit.
Yeah, but Jeep, from the time we were 15, the girls are always around the rink. Come on. So you don't have to
Yeah.
go far.
not around for
James
50,
Patrick, you played 97 years in the NHL. You're coaching the number one
yeah,
team.
they're not around for 58-year-old coaches. They don't wait around the rink for.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm with you, Mel.
It's pretty quiet here.
I'm not buying it.
Ron, you going to the game tonight? You should help them out a little bit,
Yeah, it's be good for a guy that can't walk that well with gray hair. I'm trying to help out Jeep. Yeah, let me help you out, Jeep. I'll look around for some grannies. Hey, listen, when you go to Palm Springs, there was a place, can't remember what it was called now, but the nickname was this is like 30 years ago. I used to go there. It was called Grab a Granny.
Grab a granny.
It was on 111. we went there a couple of times. And I remember we went in there with a friend of mine.
Do they have the early bird special? You go at 5:00.
No, we went there. No, they had.
It was before.
These guys were all decked out in the 50s outfits with the jackets and everything. So we go in there, and you remember Mike McGowan, right?
Yeah.
Tommy?
Yep.
Mike McGowan and Bobby Morrow was a golf pro. So we're in there, and we went to dinner and stuff, and we're sitting around this place. We're standing by the bar, and there's a guy wearing a jacket that looked like Desi Arnaz, right? Kind of jacket in the 50s with Lucille Ball. So we're looking over, and Bobby's the smallest of all of us that was there, thinnest guy. And looking over, and we're all giggling. So the guy walks over to Bobby. He goes, "You got a problem with me?" The guy was probably if he was touching 5'2",
Oh.
130 pounds,
Right.
he walked over like with his fist clenched. He goes, "You got a problem with me?" And we all stood there like didn't know what to do. So didn't want to laugh, make the guy feel bad, right? Like he was like, "Oh my god, grab a granny." That's the name of the place. Very famous place too.
Grab a granny. So, Mel, would you put a beaver rub on your turkey?
What
Nope.
Tom?
Beaver rub.
I would say not, because it's tradition just to have the butterball. So,
Butterball. So you would put beaver rub on your balls, your butterballs.
you know, I would. And
Are
Rochelle
you guys
cooks.
all making turkey? Are you guys making turkey tomorrow? Oh, you're not, Mel. You and Jeep
No.
aren't. It's not Thanksgiving.
I'm gonna have the PBRs watching football.
What are you doing, Tom? Are you having turkey?
I actually made a turkey yesterday for my little pleasure at home. My son and his wife are cooking the turkey dinner tomorrow. I'm bringing the apple and raspberry pie and the homemade hummus.
Who else will be there, Tommy?
My son and his wife and my other son and his girlfriend.
Okay. No kids, no grandkids.
No kids. No grandkids yet. They're not, as of right now, not interested in having kids. They're really into their careers and enjoying life. It's not that they won't have kids down the road, but they're fine with it. Yeah.
Are your boys into fitness like you, or?
They're into fitness, not quite the same level. They don't get up at 3:30 in the morning, but they're pretty fit.
Oh, so they're
They're-
smart kids.
They are very smart. They're
Okay,
smarter
good,
than
yeah.
father. Yeah.
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 Nothing
I
wrong
like
with getting
a
up
good
at
night's
3:30,
sleep.
but that's the afternoon.
Had a few
That's
cocktails.
nice, yeah. No, he's
They
got
like
he's
their-
got nice boys. I met them both. Very nice.
Very proud of them. Very proud of them. They're very self-driven, motivated, independent men.
Yeah.
And treat their women very like gentlemen. So very proud of them. Just like Mel.
You know what though? I met one of Gresh's sons I hadn't met, Jagger, yesterday. I've met Ashton a few times.
Yep.
I'll say the same thing. Like, they're
Absolutely.
good kids who are respectful, and
Yep.
Gresh and their mother, I think, have raised them pretty good. They're good kids, good respectful boys.
Yeah, they definitely are.
They have no
I was in
choice.
the car wash, and I walked by Ashton, didn't realize it was him, and he came over to me like a total gentleman, introduced himself, and I felt like a jerk, didn't recognize him, but he was a real gentleman. He was good.
You didn't think you were looking at Gresh from
Yeah,
5 years ago? Like,
yeah, I know. I was concentrating on cleaning my car.
No,
I'm sure your kids are great kids too, right, Chief?
they are.
Proud of them.
They're really nice. They got really good hearts. They're,
Yeah. That's a big thing, right? Yeah.
They
Yeah.
do. When people come to the house, they say, "Hey, how you doing?" and engage in a conversation. Which I used to find, when you'd go over to some people's house, and once the kids are 14 or 16 and
Right.
18, they don't say boo.
Yeah.
So
How about yours, Mel? I'm sure you're proud of your kids, eh?
Yes.
Do they get more traits from your wife or from you, or combination?
That's a good question.
You would have thought they stopped and they thought about that. That was
I had to think about that one.
Yeah.
I think they've got they'll lose it every now and then. That type of that trait. They don't put up with shit. That's for sure.
Oh, is that right? Nice.
No.
Especially for your daughter, that's important. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think they're very realistic in expectations and things. Like people piss them off, just like the drivers piss me off here. So a lot of the same personalities, but they'll both talk. My daughter will talk like my wife, like Rochelle will talk to anybody, anywhere, anytime. Like, I'm kind of quiet.
you talk to anybody, Mel?
You yell
You
at
talk to
people.
anybody besides us
He just yells at people.
Oh, no.
and Steve?
And then there's Flocky Hockey. Imagine him and Flocky sitting around talking.
Oh, that must be like a conversation.
Really?
Yeah.
What does Flocky Hockey do for work?
Well, where is he from?
Canada.
Stick in your moose. So the houseboat capital. So he works with the houseboats.
Oh,
sells them, rents them, or builds, or what do they do?
He's got guys that own the actual company. So he'll imagine there's 6 or 7 houseboats coming and going during a day. So he has to get them cleaned up, get them supplied, get everything pertaining to that, and make sure that there's spots open for them to land, that type of thing.
Does he tell everybody who he is when they come in? Like he said, I'm Flocky Hockey. They named a hockey style after me.
Do you see the pool table over there?
Yep.
I see it.
I made $200 on the table last night.
Would you lay on there and put the food on top of you? You're naked?
No, and $200 in one shot. I made one shot.
You seen that, right? Where they put the sushi on the girls on the table? That's Gresh. He was naked on the table.
Yeah,
Sushi,
he
had the beaver rub on.
after that.
He had the beaver rub on.
He had the beaver rub
Where's the beaver rub?
last night.
Now we're talking.
Where's the
Oh,
beaver
crap.
rub? Oh, God.
Hey, Mel, what's going on with the Canucks now? Things heating up there, eh?
Yeah, I guess Benning had a meeting with Aquilini. And Vancouver's always been a very fickle town. Jump on, jump off, that type of thing. But the guys that are making the $7 million aren't playing very good. And that's the bottom line. They're not
Don't
scoring.
sign those guys for $7 million. Get rid of them.
That's right. That's right. Especially when you've only played 2 years. But anyways, that's the way the game is.
You don't need no $11 million player to win the cup.
Stamkos, Vasilevsky,
And
Hedman.
well, Kucherov's pretty good.
Hedman,
And Point.
Point.
They all make north of 8.
Yeah. And they took a discount because of Florida, no taxes too. So
Less than
then you got
Toronto.
Then you got Crosby, got Ovechkin.
Crosby doesn't make $10 million, makes $9.5.
So a lot of money in that range.
No, I know.
I hear you guys. I agree that you'd like to try to not spend that money, but as a GM, if you want to win, you gotta overpay the star players, especially if you're getting.
If I owned a team and the GM would sign a guy for an eight-year, $10 million contract, and that guy had a bad year out in the second year, that GM would be gone.
Well, that GM's not going to do that kind of contract until he goes to the owner and gets permission.
Then he wouldn't get it from me.
You know what, Gresh, the bottom line, like some guys, you have no choice. You have to pay them. I think there's been mistakes.
Yep.
Like if I'm paying a guy $9 million, he better be a driver. Like he better be a driver of the team or the line, or like Buffalo signed Skinner.
Yeah.
And I'm going, he's not a difference maker. Like as far as making other guys better, he could score. If someone got him the puck, if he played with a great player, he could finish. But
he duped them too. He had that great contract year, and then just hasn't done anything since, right?
No.
So
Yeah.
I'm with you. It's like probably somebody else was going to sign him.
Like, you really think that if you had like Subban on your team, you're going to win the Stanley Cup?
Not now.
But
he was a good player 10 years ago, but he signed that huge long contract in Montreal.
Yep. I do agree with you. I mean, Gresh, you really got to be careful with the character of the player, right? You sign somebody to a long-term deal like that, you better know who they are.
Oh, exactly. I agree with you. I agree.
But I agree with that. But you still eventually have to sign someone.
Yep.
Well, I understand, but I wouldn't go more than 4 years any deal.
Yeah, but the players won't. The top players,
or your Gresh, you could be getting yourself in more trouble. If you got a really good player, you sign for 4 years, then he can either walk after that 4, or he's worth more money than what you could have signed him for 8 years.
Then listen to me. Put it this way here: only one team can win the Stanley Cup every year.
Tell that to the owners. Like they want to.
Gresh, you also have to get to you have to get to the floor.
Yeah.
So you got to pay someone because you have. Like the cap might be 80 million, but the floor is like 70 or 68
50.
or
50, whatever it is. Yep.
No, it's not. It's not 30 million.
I understand that.
It's like 20% of it.
Guys, they pay too much and then they don't do anything. So
yeah, but they obviously have done enough to warrant the contract, right? It's what they do after they sign it. I'm with you guys. It's a crapshoot. I agree with you. You got to sign these guys, but it's still a crapshoot what they do after they sign the contract, right?
Yeah. What do you think, Mel? You look like you're thinking the thought process right there.
Yes. Everything in Vancouver right now is negative. There's nothing positive about the Canucks, and they're going on a 5-game road trip. Pittsburgh tonight. They're toast. So I think they'll make a trade, but who knows?
Is that
No, I
that
think
dog at your place, Tom?
I think some.
That's not my place.
It's your
Hey,
place.
But you look at the Rangers; they had to pay Panarin, they had to pay Zibanejad, they had to pay
Trouba.
the Trouba and their star D.
Fox.
You gotta pay those guys.
You're gonna have to pay Shesterkin.
Yeah, and
You have to play Kako Tuesday pretty soon.
Well, that's another one. Who knows? I mean, that's the thing about, and managing the cap too. That's why it's so important that you get these young kids coming in that are developed properly, because they're on entry level contracts.
Yeah.
So it's less
Yeah.
money there, and then you can move out some of the higher end guys. But yeah, shoot the dog. What is
No.
this, Thomas Matthews? Shoot the
What
dog.
happened?
Well, this Thomas Matthews wants to shoot Mel's dog.
Wasn't my dog.
whose dog was that? Was that
Wasn't my place.
Gresh? Is there a dog where you at your sister's?
Yeah, it was barking upstairs. I was blaming Tommy.
Oh,
No, hey, that was the Sunday girl. That's her dog. Come on,
The Sunday girl.
the Sunday girl. What are you making this Sunday for the people?
Well, Mel, usually I get inspiration like on Sunday morning. I get inspiration with what I want to cook. I usually don't plan. It just comes to me. It's like a vision. It's a vision.
The amount of groceries that you have that on hand just in the
Most times I have enough to cook. That's what I try to do. Not have to go to the store.
Yeah.
But it doesn't always work. Right.
He lives at Costco, for God's sakes.
Costco's a nice place. That's beautiful there.
I love Costco. I love Costco.
You got what? Do you go to the Greenwich Costco? Is that?
No Costco in Greenwich, James.
Yeah,
No.
I know. It has to be on the outskirts. Portchester.
Portchester.
And then the Stop and Shops in Portchester. Sometimes I have to go to the there's a farm. They call it the farm. And it sells all fresh fruits and vegetables and all that kind of stuff. Gotta be fresh, Mel. Fresh.
Yeah.
It's like when you manscape, you're fresh. You lube up.
feel good. Yep, feel good.
Mel looks all manscaped today, too.
He does look clean, doesn't he?
I shaved.
Somebody else had before the Jeep looked like he's like 19 years old. Mel's
Yeah.
all freshened up.
Oh.
Gresh, you look like a sexy bastard.
Hey, where's your hat, Tom? Where's your Sally hat?
Let's put it away there. It's on top of the golf ball.
Since you brought that up, Ron, what's missing in my outfit? Not to be, what's missing on my outfit?
Good personality.
Your hat?
That too.
No hat. Yeah,
No
but
hat.
listen, what you got is way nicer than a hat.
I don't want to be. I don't want
Yes,
to be
exactly.
ungrateful. I don't
Why
want
did
to
you
be.
bring it up then? Poor Jackie. I won't. Well, she probably watched the show. I
Yeah.
can't-
Oh, my
so
God.
it's kind of a left-handed like slap right there. Like
I'm really
like you bring
upset
it up.
that I don't have one of those blue tops.
Yeah, we got to think about poor Jackie though, Ron. I mean, Mel is picking on her again. Here.
Hey, Ron,
I talked to her a few days ago. She was still in tears.
Question.
Yeah.
When I meet you in Plum Springs, I'll bring this. You bring me a nice white Ranger hat. I'll trade you.
A white Ranger hat?
Yep.
A white
What
one.
happens if it's like red, white, and blue?
Well, white with the Ranger. You know what I mean. A white hat goes with
Oh,
everything.
okay. I'll bring you one.
Yeah.
I
I
probably
like
got
hat.
about 100 of them at home.
They're like hats all over the place. What the?
Yeah, but they don't fit your head.
Yeah, yeah, that fits well. The hat's not too. The hat's the right size. It's the head's too big.
That is one big melon.
That
Lot going on.
That is
A lot going on in there. That's why.
a lot of brains going. A lot of thinking. A lot of thinning going on up there. Both
Yeah. Thinning. A lot of thinning.
thinning.
The thinning's almost all done.
Is it almost gone now?
The thinning? No, there's actually hair there, but it's few and far between.
Huh.
Well, I know you guys aren't having Thanksgiving tomorrow, Mel and James, but good luck to you, James, tonight.
Thank you.
19-1.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Happy
I'll be there, Jeep.
Thanksgiving.
I'll be there with your boss, Jeep.
Okay. You enjoy. I hope you enjoy. If I enjoy it, you will. I hope.
Mel, I'm
Like,
happy
sit
for you
those
now.
Seats up in top, you know those seats up in top there? What do we call them?
Yeah,
You know,
that
like
kind of.
right to the right of the visitors' goaltender up there,
Yeah,
like what a great place to watch hockey.
it's kind of like you're in the press box, but it's low.
Yeah, and my son says to me, he goes, Dad, I think junior hockey is more exciting than the NHL. You got a
Gee,
little
Paul-
scrap going here and there, a couple things going on. The NHL, you can go through a whole game and nobody says one FU. Only to
Gee,
the
you
line
should
by
have
the
a-
referee.
Steve, you should have a Ron Greshner night. Sign some autographs.
Clark,
Get some.
Clark
Come on,
Griswold, show up there with the car with the paneling on the side.
I'll show up in one of those old trucks.
Oh,
Oh.
maybe we should get some paneling for your truck. We'll make up some paneling, put it on the white truck. there.
I'm okay like that. I like it just the way it sits there.
Really? Okay, that would be
I have
nice.
to
I'll
say
put-
one thing though about Winnipeg. I went and got my test today. For the COVID test to cross back over the border into the States, right? And like you go around where I am, like where we live there, Tom. So most of the people are really nice, but you get a few rude people, right?
Oh yeah,
Like here, you can't find a rude person.
all right.
Everybody's like, "Hi, how you doing? Can we help you?" Can you, like, oh my God,
They're all in Coquitlam. They're all in Coquitlam.
Coquitlam.
You know, that's where Mel lives. That's where Mel lives, Coquitlam.
That's where all the grouchy Canadians are.
Is that where you're living, Mel? In Coquitlam?
Coquitlam. Yep.
Oh,
How did
that's
you
next
pick?
to
How'd you pick
that's next to
Coquitlam?
Burnaby, right?
Coquitlam, Port Coquitlam, Port Moody, Burnaby, then
Burnaby?
What was the one you just said? Burnaby,
New West,
New West.
Surrey. Yeah.
Surrey.
And why'd you pick Coquitlam, Mel?
Because we were making such big money back then, Tom. I moved east because that's what I could afford.
Oh.
So we were living at we left by the bar, which was John B. Pub, and Mountain Shadow, which is in Coquitlam. That's where most of the guys, because we were skating at the P&E, which is about 12 minutes away. And I just went east because I could pay cash for the house, and if I was smart, I would have gone west to the British properties or West Vancouver, and I would have been mega rich like HNW Ron.
Hey, but you would have been, but you have your own mountain now, right? I mean, you're on the mountain, right?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a cul-de-sac.
I like
Called a
that.
sack?
It's a cul-de-sac.
Oh, I just said it's called a sack.
Only when his
Cul-de-sac.
pants are down.
I live on a cul-de-sac. Call it sack.
Who? What are you now?
We live on a cul-de-sac.
Well, anyway, happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
Same
Yeah,
here.
thanks,
Everybody out
Rob.
there watching us, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Be safe. Eat a lot. Work out after. Have fun.
Happy Thanksgiving, guys.
See you guys. Good luck, Jake.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye.
See you guys.
See you, Mal. Tommy.
Bye.
See you guys.